I don't have the stream up yet, but just check.
We should be live now. That was weird.
Yeah, you said it was set for a wrong time.
Yeah, I did hit go live now, so we will check. Yeah, let me know on that. Because I'm gonna really hate if I
All
just sit
right.
here and talk to myself for like 5 minutes and I wasn't even live. Uh,
Well, thank you, Malte. I appreciate
yeah,
the
appreciate
chat.
the help on that. Yep. Okay. Yep. Nope. We just now went live. Yep. So
Oh wow.
I just talked to myself for 5 minutes. Well, that's just great. Well, welcome to Sonoma, y'all. I don't know how much was
We'll
heard.
just repeat ourselves. We'll just
Yeah,
repeat ourselves.
yeah. Welcome to Sonoma. We'll just run pretty much right back through this here, but yeah, welcome to the
And
Cup
bad luck.
Series. Yeah. Oh boy. Let's see here. Trying to see who's still out on track. Morris is still out there on track. I think. Nope, he's done. Oh,
Yep.
and somebody went off into the grass. Oh, there is Flanagan. He's out
And
there.
right now I'm rushing from the infield under the tunnel to get in the booth.
Yeah, had to get some last minute team team orders and team strategies in, and Joe, actually that's kind of funny. We were talking about that as actually Flanagan pulls it down pit road. Strategy's a little interesting tonight with these guys. They said during practice between 26 to 28 laps, and the way the stages are set up at 15 and 30, and then a 35 lap dash at the end, that does create some interesting opportunities for some strategy tonight, especially through the middle part of this race tonight.
Yeah, there's more opportunities for strategy opposed to the trucks. The trucks is pretty much like I think I was the only one to two stop
Mm-hmm.
last night, so didn't hurt me as much as it probably could have. But I think in general, I'd probably only lost one or two spots.
Yeah,
Um,
and that was just sitting at 25 laps, just sitting at 25 laps. And actually, funny enough, I actually almost ran out of fuel coming to the line. I looked at it, I only had like .6 of a lap as I crossed the start finish line. So
yeah, I think you put it a lap earlier, but yeah, I wish that we had maybe would be forced to do a two stopper, so at least
yeah,
could have a little variance in strategy. But with
I
these
agree.
guys, you do have quite a bit of different ideas that you could pull. I mean, do you stay out in the stages? Do you take your stage points? Do you pit early? Um,
It's
you
actually something
could
I thought about.
theoretically you could theoretically stay out both stages if you're on the clutch during caution. Um,
That's a lot of
Granted,
saving
though,
though.
I don't know if that would be the best idea. Because you're gonna have to pit again in the third stage anyway. So honestly, I'm not too sure. Like I told my guys what to do. So,
Yeah. And
if you trust
for
me,
someone,
follow my guys.
and that's the thing. Some of these guys who have already won and locked themselves into the playoffs. For these guys, you could try that strategy. You could try something new. Talking to someone who does this on the regular, does an odd strategy, especially after getting a win. You have the opportunity to do these things and. Really, you could try it. I mean, you can swing for the fences on this, and I bet you we may see some guys who may actually need some stage points. You may see them try something that they normally wouldn't try to do. Um, and I hope he realizes I'm going to absolutely interview him so he can get the commentator's curse because he sent me a message this morning telling me he has no confidence, but sitting on the pole right now by almost 3/10, Zach Bucher right now. Yeah, he told me he had no confidence going into this race tonight, and look at him sitting. I mean, really kind of out there. I mean, these times, I'm actually shocked how kind of spread out these times are.
The only guy, by the way, that I'd say is a factor with a win so far is Bill Moore. I don't see Wilson's in 13th and Chestnut's in 12th, so
Yeah, and I believe
Bill Moore's the only winner.
Moore won last week, didn't he, at Nashville? I may have to go back and look at that.
Okay. Oh, Preety, or Prita, I don't know. What's his
Prita
name
won
now?
at
Prita?
Atlanta.
Yeah, Prita's in fourth now, so he just
Yeah.
improved.
Yep, and we do see who is this coming to the line. That's the 83, and that time did not count. I believe he just may be getting some extra practice in right now, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But I don't believe I see anyone else out on track that is running for a time. So while we got just a minute here, we're actually going to pull... Oh, he's not even here. Oh, that lucky duck. He's lucky.
Everybody behind, bro. Everybody behind.
Yeah. Oh, he's lucky he's not in here, or else I would 100% pull him in here and interview him. He knows I look for every opportunity to interview him. So
Well,
all right.
I think this might be the first time, though. I think Phil Brown may not have the pole.
Yeah,
Because Phil
this
Brown, he won all of them in Xfinity. So it looks like he's at least going to have some sort of fight today, which is nice to see.
Yeah, actually, of course, you still got Chisamut. He's always been up front in qualifying. Yeah, Park, he's always been up there. So actually, currently looking at the standings right now, and I will start to work on a graphic so all y'all at home can start looking at it. Right now, Ed Morris is currently leading the points right now by 23 over Prita. Now, this is just overall points. This does not include the wins, but just overall points-wise right now leads the way by 13 points over Prita and Johnny Brugg. And actually, Johnny Brugg is not here tonight. He has decided to take a drop week for this week. So we now go to our starting grid. As I try to get this pulled up here. There we go. Look at that. I am learning. I'm getting slightly better. So, of course, Zach Bucher gets the pole here at Sonoma, followed by Philip Brown starting P2. Scott Stewart Jr. will start from P3. Paul Chisamut 4th. Bill Moore 5th. Greg Rogers in 6th.
All right,
Matt
everybody.
Form, why is that
we got
on?
65
Okay.
laps.
Well,
Stage
I guess
one
we'll
is
get to
lap
hear
15. Stage 1 is lap 15.
I don't know why that's doing
Stage
that.
2 is
I thought
lap
I turned
30.
on voice
Stage
chat.
What do you
3 is
hear?
lap 30.
I hear voice
Oh, you
chat.
hear the
I
voice
thought
chat?
I'm gonna have to fix
Fuel,
that.
and I think 4 additional
Where was I
sets of
at? Matt
tires.
Forens, funny enough, as I was getting ready to say his name, is when he decides to start speaking. Ed Morris Jr. is in 8th. Jeff Medlin 9th. Davey Hendricks 10th.
Matt,
Kevin
congrats on the
Briggs
new gig. I hope
11th.
the first day
Brandon
was
Park
good.
is in 12th.
Thank you. That was yesterday, but thank you.
13th.
I'm
Isaac
almost
Wilson.
done with my update.
I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah, Dakota Ordinoff 14th. Ethan Flanagan 15th. Tim Harmon 16th. Chase Harden 17th. Matthew Richmond 18th. Danny Rogers 19th. And Tony Frey is in P20. Josh Vanguard 21st. John Fastbender Sr. will start from P22. Mike Simon from 23rd. Joey Maines from P24. Justin Cortez will start 25th. Cedric Brusso will start from P26. Edward Morris Sr. starts P27. Mitchell Conley 28th. Connor Darnell 29th. Alan Coons. I'm going to have to ask him. I've yet to
Hewins.
Hewins. There we go. That is why I'm butchering it. Starts from P30, and he's actually starting last on the grid. Like I said, guys.
There is no restart zone available here. I know it's painted on the wall, but it's not an option to turn it on.
You cut out what?
Nope. I did not actually finish what I was saying. So actually, give me just a moment here while I fix this. Sorry, y'all. Y'all gonna have to give me a moment. I am not dealing with that voice chat tonight.
Well,
The
people
Cup
in the
guys,
back
I
of the
mean,
not-
they're
in this
tame, pretty much.
Yeah, I just don't like hearing it.
I
don't know
see it on the
why
back of his
that,
car. He has one little dude waving at me.
Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get this back up there. And okay, I promise you, professional YouTuber, this isn't my first rodeo.
Yep, stream's black now.
Yeah, I blacked it out to turn off the voice chat. It should be
yes,
it should be back up here in just a moment. So all right, well, first stage here is 15 laps. 15 laps is going to go by pretty quick. 15
About 20 minutes.
Yeah, especially because I believe the times was like a minute 15, minute 16. So I mean, this even a 65 lap race, it's gonna go it's still going to go pretty quick. So, these Cup guys, they put on a heck of a show at Daytona, put on a heck of a show at Atlanta. Unfortunately, didn't get to watch last week at Nashville, but they've so far shown a lot of strengths to start out the year, and now we get to try a road course to start off, to kick off the fourth race of the season. So I'm expecting these guys to put on a heck of a show, and for once we'll be able to see all the cars in action tonight, if I'm seeing that right. Actually, no, I think I'm going to be missing by 3. I don't know how else to fix that. But Pace Truck getting ready to make that left-hand turn down pit road. One of my favorite paint schemes, that Major Melon, alongside the ever-so-famous Mobile 114 Bass Pro, being driven by Zach Bucher tonight. As everyone kind of swings around here by turn 11, we're waiting for the restart zone. We're waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. And the green flag is out, and we are racing here at Sonoma.
I'm finally starting to load in.
And it's going to be interesting to everyone here. Oh, 19's around. 19 is around.
Not good for him, but at least he still has that win in the bank.
Yeah, and thankfully does not lose any positions. So he... correction. He does not go back up onto the track as Paul Brown, as he goes to the top of the board, but Zach is right there behind him.
He just overcooked it going up the hill. It looks like these cars are kind of like some of the other GT cars where they just have no grip on the really cold tires. And if you try pushing any bit when the tires are cold, there's this no grip, and if you put any kind of push, it will just slide.
Oh, absolutely. And my thing is, as someone who used to drive these next gens, it's actually, here goes Zach Bucher. He wants that lead back. He wants to lead the first lap. He wants himself a bonus point, as he looks like he may have got the advantage coming out of turn number 11. He clears Brown. He will lead lap number 1.
Yeah, that was a good dive by Bucher going into the first turn. It looks like Phil was a little bit cautious and took it a little bit too wide.
Sounds like someone else who also dove bombed me last night into turn 11. I don't know who did that on lap 1. Wilson has a problem. Oh, he went off track.
Who did it?
I think it was you into turn 11 on lap 1.
I'd have to fact check you.
But Isaac Wilson looked like he just went off track, but he has got back going, as here comes Brown. Oh, it looks like he almost tried to give a little bit of a bumper there to Bucher there. I believe that's turn 5 now as they're hitting the S's. And, Joe, I don't know how you was running it last night, but I know for me, hitting that rumble strip on the right-hand side before you can fully commit to the S's is almost a must to me every time, going through those S's to really sets the car up, I think, perfectly every time you went through there.
Yeah, I mean, when I was setting up for the S's, now you're talking about going like 8 to 9 or 9 to 10?
Yeah. Oh,
okay,
Phil
yeah,
Brown,
I mean,
dive bomb, gets the position back. He's going to lead lap number 2.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends, because on fresher tires, it's easier than on worn tires, because when you hit those strips, when it's a bit worn out, it does increase your chances of losing it due to the loss of grip.
Fastbender is losing spots in quite quickly here. Not exactly sure what happened to him, but he's got it back at least going now.
Yeah, I'm also
looking
right
at
there.
83 Vanguard. He goes around. Just looked like he goosed it there at the top of the hill as he goes around.
I'm also looking at pit road, kind of thinking what people will be able to do when it comes down to maybe taking a pit stop early. I think it's what, like a 40-second or so loss on pit road for time.
Sounds about right.
So you want to make sure that you're not going to get put a lap down, because we saw even in the Xfinity race, one poor old Happer got punted after pretty much the leader already took the flag. If I was him, I'd be furious.
As actually, I think we had an actual crash here. Maine's in the 48. Looking to see here if we could see what happened. Oh, just overcooked it in 5. Oh, well, no damage.
Fastest lap for Phil Brown. He just put down a 14.7. Last lap, Bucher, a 15.5.
And there you go. And right now, Brown has actually started to show a little bit of muscle here and has actually already pulled out to about a gap of a second.
Fassbender around in the grass.
Forns took a little adventure off into the grass, but he has gotten back going. So Brown, yeah, like I said, he started to show a little bit of muscle there. And I mean, you know, you can look at these times, look at these gaps, and I mean, in one turn, you can go from 0.8 back to 1.5. It all just really depends on how you take that turn. And I mean, just as Zach continues, look like he kind of closes the gap. Brown just finds a way to extend it.
Yeah, 14.9 and a 15.1 between them, so it adds another 0.2 to Bucher.
Danny Rogers.
Just scanning through the field right now. It looks like, yeah, Danny Rogers. Ooh, he got loose coming out. Hit the tire barrier, too. Ooh, that's some pretty nasty damage on the right front.
Right there. Yep, lost it. He did so well to get it locked down, but as
he's falling off the track, I think.
Yeah, as fragile as these cars are, that is probably going to be some significant wheel damage, and hopefully he can get back out there. I'm not exactly sure how he's doing in the points. Let me get that pulled up. Danny Rogers.
He did pretty good in Xfinity last year, didn't he?
I believe so. The name sounded familiar. Yeah, Danny Rogers is actually 4th in points. He's only 5 points behind the two-way tie for 2nd.
Yeah, that's going to hurt him a bit.
Yeah.
Yep, he's out.
And
Kewins is out as well, so we have 2 retirements so far today. Kewins did not start the race.
Okay. He didn't want to use one of his provisionals, but he at least wanted to start, so I can't necessarily blame him for that. Looks like battle for second starting to heat up here. Rogers starting to put a little bit of pressure here on Bucher right now. And then they have checked out from the rest of the field. It is over 5 seconds back to the 7 and 3 car.
Battle for the 16th spot right now, Simone and Richmond. Simone just almost had Richmond on the hairpin. Now attacking in the turn 1. He might be able to cross him over. And here comes Paul as well, trying to get back some of the time he lost, all the way back in 18th.
Yeah, and, it's really tough, especially coming out of 11, going up into 1, into 2. It's fast, but with a lot of braking, and then having multiple cars there. Oh, my gosh, we're going to be 3 wide going into turn number 5.
3 wide, yep.
Paul trying to make it work. The 93 tries to put a crossover move. The 12 somehow comes out on top out of all that, and Paul gains absolutely nothing out of that, but he's trying to get back alongside the 93.
Had a bad exit, too much on the throttle.
And that actually has invited the 10 of Matt Forns kind of back into this battle just a little bit, and back there behind them is Tony Frey.
Here comes Paul.
Yeah, he's going to try.
Should be able to get him right here.
As long as he doesn't cook it. He looked a little quick. He may have even got the wall of just a tear bit. Oh, Richmond, he got loose, almost collected.
Comes Forns.
Yeah, Forns trying to take advantage of that. Paul gets out all the way out there against the wall, protects from Forns being able to make that move. And we'll see here what happens going up into turn number 1, 2. I forget.
I think Paul got this. Yeah, Paul's got this.
Yeah, he's got that, and he will now try to dart away, try to go run down Simon now. Trying to see here. Well, as much as I was seeing Bucher starting to fall off, he's actually started to gain some time back here on Brown. They were at almost 2.5 seconds. Now he's got it almost down back to 1.5. It's actually
got a battle for the 8th spot now. Orndorff and Davey. Orndorff putting in faster laps, and Davey might be able to get him as they go into 11. Looks like Orndorff is running just a little bit better, but Davey managed to
So
get some
I'm
time on
trying
him on
to
the S's.
understand what the deal is, because I love Davey always running the M&M schemes, and I know he told me about it. They told me about it. I gotta go back up here and look at it. Let's see here. So it looks like Davey and Biggs are in a competition with somebody else to see who gets to run the M&M schemes every week. And right now, Biggs and Davey haven't actually got to run the M&M scheme since Daytona. So that is
One
interesting.
car
Oh,
offline, that is Morris sweating them by.
yes, that is, and that is not a very good place to have to deal with that. Oh, he was slow the entire
Morris.
time from 3 all the way down to 4, and just in a bad spot. Oh, my, and Davey them had to make evasive moves there to avoid that. But now we're going to head back to our live picture now.
Dakota looks better in the first sector, and then Davey kind of whoops him in the S's.
Yeah. And I mean, you would think just one part of the track. Yeah, I mean, how can someone, defend a position like that just through one portion? I mean, it really just depends how good you are. But Davey slipped up a little bit there out of 11, and that might be able
Cedric
to.
running a good scheme right now. Oh boy, I like that.
I actually didn't get to go through all the schemes. Oh, Edmore Sr. crashed again. We'll see what happened here. Maybe it's just where he got onto pit road. Yeah.
Might be a bit biased, but I think Mirage has the best schemes today. Ooh, they look good.
I only feel like that's slightly biased.
Give them a look; they're good.
Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely give it. We'll probably
Was
do that
Biggs
under
running
yellow.
cheddars today?
Well, I will say, Bucher not letting Brown kind of rest here. He's kind of making him work for it. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit.
Yeah,
Keeping him
time
on.
to quit that lap.
Let's actually look at that. Let's look at the last lap times. Yeah, Bucher, the fastest in the field by almost a tenth and a half. We'll see what they
Now,
do.
what I am noticing with the tire fall off too is we've fallen off a little bit. Not a crazy amount, but we have fallen off. But Brown's still putting in good laps. I mean,
Yeah.
Phil Brown, uh, tires don't matter if you're quick. Phil Brown's fastest lap was a 14.7. I mean, he's only fallen off. You could maybe say less than a second.
Absolutely, and right there, actually, Brown was 3/10 faster that lap than Bucher. And based off what I'm seeing, he was the fastest car in the field by about that margin that he had beat Bucher. The 30 car around. Let's see if we
What
can
happened to
see.
Cedric?
Getting into 11, it just says he crashed. He
Oh yeah,
may have
just gassed it up a little bit too hard and
and around he went.
got in the infield area. I don't think he even lost the spot. No, he did not.
No, he did not. And thankfully, Joe sitting here talking about it. I mean, we're almost to the end of the stage, so as long as he doesn't go a lap down, his race is not over. And oh my gosh, Zach, good grief, he dove it in there into 11, and I don't think it's really gonna work for him. As now it looks like Brown is starting to re-extend that gap just a little bit.
Got something heating up right now. 13th position, Harmon and Flanagan. Flanagan has a good run coming into the final turn.
And doesn't
He
quite
just
take
backs
it.
out of it. He could have
Yeah,
took
and
that.
that
He could have.
honestly,
He had a good run.
He had the run coming out of the S's. I'm with you. I'm kind of shocked he didn't make that move. But now that opens the door now for Paul to try to make a move on him, and we'll see here what happens here going up the hill as Harmon looks to try to defend that position. And
Because Flanagan looks better than Harmon, but he's just being a bit cautious.
That's we're nearing the end
Isaac
of stage
Wilson
one.
packet loss.
Who's that? Isaac Wilson.
Isaac Wilson.
Oh no, that is not good. Of course, he already has the win at Daytona. Oh my gosh, you can actually see those rotors glowing on the 19 cars. He had to keep from running into the back of the 35. Oh yeah, them things are glowing real bright already for the
I think
19 car.
Ethan can just have a good run like he did last time for the S's, I think he'll catch Harmon. I think he'll go for the pass this time because look at how much he gains in the S's.
Yeah, he is gaining a lot of time. But that 19, we've already seen he is willing to take it 3 wide here. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, here comes Harmon.
Oh! Just saves it. Can he hang on? Yes, he saves it. But here comes Paul. He looks to the inside of Flanagan.
Ooh, man, Flanagan really wide. Jeez, he's gonna let Harden through as well.
Park's on pit road. This is scheduled. This is a scheduled stop.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how this will play out. I think the pit road will close in a lap or two. Yeah, I think it closes with 2 to go, yes?
Yes, I do believe so.
So, yeah, not a lot of people are coming down pit road. It's just Park and Vangor.
Yeah. I mean, Park, I think, was only in like 10th. Or 9th or 10th, so I mean it's not a bad strategy call. I mean, yeah, you lose the you lose the 1 point, but you could potentially gain more in the second stage. As looks like Darnell had nope, never mind. That happened right there with the leaders. But yeah, Brown right now really flexing his muscles now as we are nearing the end of stage number 1. Has kind of already put the gap to the rest of the field, and I don't think I have the track map available to be seen, but I'm gonna try to see if I can show it.
I'm very surprised that only 2 people pit. Now, there are definitely going to be some people that are probably going to pit for new tires just to get some extra grip.
So here
yeah,
on the
only
track,
2 people pitting. That's strange. Ooh,
so
1 car around Vangor.
Yep, Vanguard around in turn number 2. And so I just wanted to point this out here as we do got the track map up here now. Something that I do want to call to everyone's attention. The numbers you see is the actual car number. Parks is just now hitting the start-finish line as Brown and them are exiting turn 11. So, I mean, he can kind of rest a little bit on these newer tires, but he can't, sit there and just kind of take his time. He kind of needs to just stay up on the wheel just a little bit.
Yeah, white flag on the stage.
Yep, white flag in the stage, and barring something crazy happening here.
Stewart under Orndorff. Nice pass.
Let's go back to that. As actually, I believe this is the battle for 2 points here in the stage. As
Biggs is getting a good run on Davey right now.
Let's go take a look at that. That is the battle for 7th. And actually, I believe... Oh, boy.
Biggs went a little bit wide going up the hill.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt him in the run into this fast section. But he really sends it into that corner here. They got to watch out for this slow car right here. This slow car is going to cause a lot of issues here for somebody.
Yeah, Davey's going to have to go far inside.
Yeah, and it looks like the 18 looks like he about cleared him. Now we'll see if the 18 will make a
Horns around.
Oh, boy, he has just had a tough night. Yeah, just going through 3. Yeah, it just looked like he went off track. Oh, no, he did actually fully ended up looping it. Wow. But here
stage winner, Phil Brown.
Yep, Phil Brown will win the stage, and now he awaits the yellow as Ordinoff. Oh, here we go. It's starting to stack up right here. He's right back to the 27. They've got 2 really slow cars in front of them. They're stacking up. The 2's trying to get out of the way. The 9's not getting out of the way. And the yellow...
Dakota gets the final point.
Yep, Dakota does get the final point as the yellow comes out. Boy, and Maines...
Darnell's got an interesting looking scheme. Ooh, boy,
Maines,
nice.
I believe, just stays on the lead lap because Phil almost passed him. But, yeah, so Phil Brown gets the stage win. Bucher 2nd, Rogers 3rd, Bedlin 4th, Morris 5th, Moore 6th. Davey comes home P7 in stage number 1, Biggs P8, Stewart 9th, and Ordinoff in 10th. And now, Joe, this is this might get a little interesting for pit road here. I'm interested to see who comes down, who stays out. I think we might this might be where we see somebody might win or lose the race tonight. But I think whatever you do, it's gonna be tough to beat this 69 because he looks very, very strong tonight.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what will happen. See, like the thing is with the track position, like I'm beginning to think like not a lot of people pit. You just come down now because I mean it's 65 laps.
And you gotta
You
think
can make it about.
we only got to go to 30 here. So I mean, there will be some people.
So
who
right now
I
we're at
think,
50 to go.
Yeah.
So I mean you could theoretically make it from here.
No, you can make it by the. So if you
Well,
was
you
to
can make
pick,
it with one
yeah,
stop. You could one stop it.
yeah, you could one stop it. Somebody like Parks, as long as he saves enough fuel, he might be able to make it. He pitted on lap 11, so I mean, but I think he may be trying to go for points here at the end of stage number 2. Here at the end of stage 2. But here we go. As everybody started to catch the pace car here as we enter the S's. But yeah, no, this is where somebody, like I said, could win or lose himself the race. The one good thing is, with it being a road course, we'll have plenty of time to interview our stage winner.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how it goes. I'm gonna go down to my team real quick and just give them the call.
Yep, there you go.
So I'll be right back. I'll message you.
Okay, that's fine. So right here, let's see, Brown pits. Anybody gonna make a last-second move to stay out? No, I seen somebody back there. Nope. Everybody coming down pit road. I believe the only person we should see staying out here should be Parks. I believe he's going to be the only lead lap car staying out, as well as I believe the 83. Actually, the 80. That can't be right. He's got to be a lap down. Yep, he's a lap down. Okay, so Parks is actually going to be leading when we come back to green with some strategy here. Now we will watch the race off of pit road. We'll see who will win the race off. 14 does have the preferred box, but it looks like the 69 is just maybe a hair faster. No, the 14, he is going to win the race off of pit road, and he will just barely edge out the 69. Rogers comes out in third. Medlin 4th, Morris 5th. Moore drops a couple spots and goes back to 7th. But now what we're going to do is we're going to, once he catches up to the back of the field here, we are going to talk to our stage 1 winner. Where is he? Oh, he's in here somewhere. Oh, is he not in here? Is Philip Brown not in here? I gotta talk to somebody. Well, no, I don't have anyone. Well, this is kind of awkward. Because Philip Brown is not in here, so... Okay, and here we go. We're going to be getting Joe back up here. As, it doesn't look like our stage winner is in here. So, yeah. So, well, I guess while we're still under pacing, we will go back to a old favorite here. As we are actually going to go ahead and do Derek's Dilemma. So, boy, what to talk about this week? iRacing, we still don't know if they've still fixed the issue that we talked about 2 weeks ago with the third gear glitch. So I'm still gonna harp on that. iRacing, we are a 15-year-old sim. We should be figuring this stuff out just a little bit here. So let's try to do a little bit better now. Let's get this stuff fixed. And I don't know. Let's have a little bit of chaos here to start stage 2, maybe just a little bit here. And that is actually probably one of the tamest Derek's dilemmas we've ever had.
I'll ask you this, Derek. How's your truck season been? Because I've only been there for one race. Actually, I've been there for 2.
Actually, you know what? Derek's dilemma's back. Let me tell you, it has not been a very good season. Firstly, decided to switch my number. That was the first mistake, trying to switch my number. And
Why was that a mistake?
Well, because since then, had a chance to win Daytona, wrecked everybody on the white flag lap. Atlanta.
I wish I could have been there for Daytona because I want to win that race so bad. I've won the duels twice in a row, but I wasn't able to come to Daytona.
Yeah.
This year.
Atlanta kind of got messed up in the tri-oval. Tried to get damage fixed. There was a bunch of yellows to start, so when I got the damage, I just decided to go a lap down. Then we didn't have another yellow for the rest of the race. And then Nashville started in the back, drove all the way up to the front. Actually, probably had a car that could compete with the Joes and everyone else who was up front. And then coming to a yellow, my wheel randomly disconnected, got hit by somebody right in the tire, and had wheel damage and went a lap down. And we did have another yellow for the rest of the race. So
got a podium yesterday, so
yeah. So I mean, it's a step in the right direction. But now we go through 4 off weeks in 6 weeks. So. It's gonna be hard to keep some momentum. So, but yeah, okay, Derek's dilemma's over. Yeah, I mean, we've showed.
I'll ask you this though. I'll tell you this though, Nashville. That was interesting to see with the tires. I haven't seen a track like that with tires in a while, where old tires were just so good.
Oh yeah, no, I did really enjoy that, and that's why I hate that I had to miss the Cup Series last week. So. But here we go. Brandon Parks is going to be your leader here. Do remember, he pitted on lap 11. While everyone else pits on lap 16.
Yeah, they should be able to be better off than what they were. It's going to be a short stage run, too. It's only going to be like 12 laps or so.
Yes, it's only a 12-lap stage, so don't be surprised if we might see some people pit here.
Green.
As the green flag is back in the air, and Parks... Paul did not get going. He has struggled at the... Rick, big Rick! We might get a yellow. We might get a yellow.
He's...
Cars everywhere. Are we not going to throw... No, they cleared the track.
No.
They cleared the track. We are not going to get a yellow. Let's see what happened here.
It's lost it.
3. Yeah, 3 just lost it. Comes back onto the track and takes out... Oh, that's Davey involved. Oh, Chase Harden gets hard damage. The 84 more, that ends pretty much his night. David looks like he got back going. Jeff Bendlin has the meatball flag, and I believe that might be race over for him. Oh, man. Boy, Joe, I thought we was going to get to see our first yellow flag at a road course. I figured that was going to be it, but they all pushed off to the side of the track. So, man. And during all of that, Bucher got the lead from Parks. Parks is struggling right now. He's already fallen back to 4th.
No surprise, though. I mean, he was not at the speed of those guys to begin with. So he's just trying a strategy to get himself in a better position than what he originally was.
Yeah, and you got to think, I mean, we're only 10 laps from
and
the
he got the bonus point.
Yeah, so he got the bonus point for leading the lap. And, he's only 10 laps away from, the end of the stage, so maybe he can find a way to keep it on track as Tim Harmon... I believe is continuing to struggle after that incident. Let's see if we can see what happened here. See if we see anything. Oh, just looped it going up into 3. Flanagan gets by him. But no harm, no foul. Just looking like he... well, that was bold.
Chase Harden is disconnected. He is out.
Yeah, he hit Medlin, who was sitting in the middle of the track, and he nosed it hard into that tire barrier. As Joe is actually, look at this, the battle for the lead starting to heat up, as well as Rogers. He's there. You know, with such a short run, you don't really have to save the tires as much here, so we might see some guys who might try to push it just a little bit. And also,
Well,
go ahead.
you got to keep in mind though. Uh, you
Tony
can
Frey
make it.
crashed.
Ooh,
He was in
but you
ninth.
can make it. You can make it when you get to about, I'd say, 25 to go. So you're not going to be that far away. He just lost it a little bit.
And Brandon Parks, he goes around.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
As coming up the
Just
hill.
overran the corner and caught the sand.
Yeah, and that was the thing last year, you know, when I was running the NIS Open Series. It was so hard to keep the car. It felt like it just wanted to float across the track. And I kept telling Chapman that, as most of y'all know, he was my spotter last year while running NIS. I would tell him that the car just felt like it floated at the top of the hill there. And I couldn't do anything to keep the car. Here we go. Big dive bomb, actually, by Brown here. In the inside at 11. Bucher trying to hold him off. Let's see who gets to run out of the corner. I think Brown's going to get it here, but Bucher, he's trying to battle back. He's got the advantage for now. We'll see what happens as they go up the hill.
I got to say with Bucher, you know, he's fast enough to keep with Brown. But I think you're going to have to do something different.
Yeah, and that might be where Stage 3 maybe gets a little interesting because of, you know, with all these guys pitted on 16, it's actually Paul Chisholmut is on pit road now. Biggs is now on pit road. Was it Biggs? Is this, I don't know if this is strategy or not. I don't see any damage on that race car. Oh, no, he does have big right front damage. I believe Biggs may have looped it at some point. But boy, well, you know, I did ask for some chaos, didn't I? I did ask for chaos.
Did you?
Yeah, well, right there at the end of Derek's dilemma. Rogers goes way off track in turn 10. But he keeps it under him. He's about a second and a half off from Brown right now. And you know, Joe, you know, having all this chaos that happened, I mean, we now have an entirely fresh set of people from sixth on back inside the top 10 now, looking to score stage points because especially with that wreck happening, in fifth place, yeah, that took out a bunch of front runners.
And a lot of guys that moved up, too. I mean, look at these grid positions. Dakota started 14th, he's 5th. Flanagan 15th, he's 6th. Kerr's at 25th, he's 7th. Simone 23rd is 8th, and Mitchell Connolly 28th is 9th.
Yeah, so, I mean, these guys, you know, they bided their time and found a way, you know, when other people had misfortune. And really, in a long season like this, especially with so many points on the table with the stage points and everything, you never know, you know, when these points that you gain, you know, in a stage like this where, you know, it's already chaos, you know, at a road course anyway, but to gain some valuable stage points at a road course, you know, it can go a long way to help out your season. As right now, Phil Brown about got that lead out to just about a second right now as we're on 6 to go here in the stage. Let's see here. Conley is at the tail end of this long line of cars here. All the way up. I believe that's all the way up to about 6th. Yes, that is Ethan Flanagan leading this group of cars. So kind of sit here for just a moment here as we watch these guys as they go up the hill.
And, you know, I'd be concerned about strategy too, because like, let's say you're Flanagan, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you pit, you're gonna get passed by pretty much everybody who does not pit. So
Yeah, so I mean that's with it being pretty much around the 30 mark, for when you got a pit, it's going to be interesting. Do you try to pit before the stage and then really save under the yellow, or do you try to run it long into the stage? I mean, I just don't know what you do because I just don't. I'm glad I ain't got to worry about it. I hate dealing with this kind of stuff. So
Like right now, I think there's like three strategies. Well, actually, no, there's only two. It's either you're going to be pitting like in the next lap or two, or you're going to stay out, or you're going to pit under caution.
yeah,
Everybody still has to pit again no matter what,
yeah,
and everybody can make it to one stop from when they pitted. So the thing is, like, let's say a lot of people pit. Now, if you're in sixth place, yeah, you may not have that benefit. Um, when we get the caution flag, it's going to be lap 30. And then afterwards, you're probably going to come to green with like 32 to go. So realistically, you only need to make it about 7 or so laps before you come down and pit. You really want to go 25 laps on the tires? I would say not,
it's actually
but
they.
you can go farther.
Yeah, it's actually this really this blanket from sixth all the way back to I'd say almost back to 12th right now is really kind of starting to heat up. These groups always seem to find themselves a way to form. Oh, 13 goes way off track. Keeps it going in the right direction as they dive it there into turn 11. And it looks like that is going to be Simon. He will take an advantage out of that as Stewart also tries to take an advantage. And
Yeah.
Katraz backs out at the last second.
And here's what I'm concerned about pitting
Oh,
early.
Flanagan
Oh,
goes around.
well, there goes Flanagan.
He doesn't hit anything, gets back going. And now that makes this battle for the last points paying position a little interesting. Because, I mean, Davey was running down Conley and them anyway. But now, can Forns get up there and pass Davey for this last points paying position? I mean, he's there. I mean, it's definitely close. And we'll peek back up here at the lead right now. It's actually Bucher kind of staying right there with them. Brown hasn't really extended the gap like he had in the last stage. As actually we're starting to catch what looks to be a little bit of a lap car. As we go up the hill. Yep, can't quite tell who that is. But yeah, Bucher just kind of sitting right at about that, half a second to about 3/4 of a second gap.
All right, well, here we go. Flanagan down pit road.
Yeah, especially after spinning like that, you might as well. You got to try something here strategy-wise. The only problem is you just don't want to go a lap down. That's the problem. You don't want to go a
Yeah,
lap
I'm
down.
watching right now. Phil Brown, he is coming down through the S's right now. Flanagan creeping to his pit box.
Unless he's calling it a night, but I wouldn't think so.
No.
As we're coming to 2 to go in the stage here, Bucher, I think he's just out of dive bomb range into turn 11. He needs to be, I'd say, probably about a half a second to about 4/10. As Flanagan, he's going to be coming out of pit road at a very awkward time. Oh my gosh. And that has absolutely ruined Bucher's run into turn number 1. I know if I was the 14, I'd be fuming.
But if I'm the 35 as well, you got to push here to try to beat these guys.
Yeah, you got to get back in
Shit.
front of the 69 right now. That is pretty much your own goal, but you also don't want to mess them up. But I mean, well, I guess he does get the wave around. But I mean, think about all the positions you would gain because all these guys are going to pit. As it's actually we're starting to get a little bit of a battle here. What looks to be for Actually, no, never mind. That is a bunch of lap cars. Well, the battle, the really tight battle here at the tail end of stage points right now is really heating up because now Davey is on the back of Conley, but that 00 the 10 is starting to get a little bit bigger in the mirror.
White flag on the stage.
Oh, Joey Maines crashed in turn number 10. And, boy, oh boy. Forns is there. He has a chance, I think, at Conley. And Bucher, actually, let's get back up here. Bucher, I think he's almost in striking zone here for a dive bomb into 11. He really needs to get up there. Like I said, he's got to be about a half a second to 4/10. He's right on the fringes of it right now. He's there, Joe. He's there. He might dive bomb here into 11.
It's gonna be.
It's got to be a
lunge, though.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a healthy dive bomb. Let's see here, going into 11. Phil blocks it. Oh,
he's going in really, really.
Oh, he tried it. I can't blame him. I mean, he definitely tried to cook it in there. Brown did a great job defending it. That is going to be the stage. Phil Brown will win stage number 2. Now let's get back here to where the interesting battle is, where you got a blanket of cars here. As right now it looks like Forns might not get a stage point out of this. Davey might be able to hang on to it. See if anyone here tries to make a move here to try to gain an additional point. Forns, he really dives it in there. Can't quite get there. Oh, problem. 27. Looks like he's struggling to get out of 11. But we should be seeing the yellow come out. And there is the yellow.
Oh, 2-car around at the caution. There we go.
Hopefully he doesn't hit anything. Yeah, just another instance of just that car probably feeling like it was probably floating coming up the hill. But boy, Brown wins stage 1 and stage 2. Is now the
Ethan's going to be the lucky dog.
Yes, he should be the lucky dog as long as he did not get an X at any point. Which, in that position, he probably wouldn't have been pushing very hard.
Okay, so now we're in an interesting position.
Yes, this is... That's kind of what I've been over here doing. I've been trying to kind of count this because... So, most of these guys, everyone back to 12th, pitted on lap 16. And
I think we're going to get a split. I think we're going to get a split of drivers coming down pit road. I think it's going to be...
I think if you're in the top 5, you do the opposite of what Brown does. I mean, I just think...
It is possible, yeah. It's possible.
I mean, if we would have had stages, I would have done that to Joe last night. I mean, if you want my honest opinion. I mean, I know that's a teammate and everything, but that's what I would have done. I would have tried a strategy like that, try to pin him in the field, as far back in the field as possible, and try to make him work up through the pack. Now, someone like him, it wouldn't have taken him that long to get back up there anyway, but, you know, you got to try something, so I expect this...
I expect it to be about half and half.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too here, but we will see here as they are getting ready to make that left-hand turn down towards pit road here. We will see who goes where.
I mean, if you're going for win, Bucher's going to do the opposite. If he's going for points, I think Bucher does the same.
Yeah. I mean, I think Bucher's there. He's got a chance. It looks like Brown is coming down pit road. Of course, Flanagan stays out.
Wow.
It looks like a lot of people gonna choose. Cortez stays out.
Yep, that was part of the plan.
Tony Frey stays out. And it looks like those are the only two staying out. Everyone else comes down pit road. And boy, does that make... And that's going to make a very interesting pit stop. Somebody just blew up. That may have been Ethan Flanagan. Oh, no? Ethan Flanagan has a black flag. Somebody just blew up. I know I heard it. Let me see if I can figure out who that was.
So off pit road, Bucher once again beats out Phil Brown.
I'm sorry about that, guys. I know I heard an engine blow.
I'll look.
I know I heard it, but I mean I could be.
There's probably somebody on pit road.
Yeah, probably. Well, let's see here. Let's see if I can find anybody to talk to because.
Oh yeah, it was.
Who was it?
It was a Chestnut on pit road.
Okay. You know what? Because I like chaos, we're gonna do this. Hey, Tony. It's Dirk and Joe up in the booth, buddy.
How's it going?
Well, I'm about to ask you the same question because I'm interested to know what's your plan here.
Man, I just figure I could flip the stage here and pit later. Everybody's gonna have to stop again anyways, so I'm gonna try something to see if I can improve my finish position.
I can't blame you for trying it. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked more people didn't try it. Were you expecting more people to kind of stay out there? Or?
I honestly wasn't expecting anything. I was kind of undecided on the strategy. I saw one car stay out, so I wasn't going to be the only one out there who might potentially wreck the whole field. So I figured, why not? Let's give her a shot.
I can't blame you for trying, man. I'm about to say you're the only person I've been able to talk to tonight because all these other bums don't want to sit in Discord, so I can pull them in at random times and interview them. So I had to talk to somebody, and I figured why not you because, I mean. Especially with what happened at the start of stage 2, I expect things to get very interesting here. So, good luck. Don't wad up the field.
Tony, I got a question.
Okay, there you go.
All right, what's up?
In terms of pit strategy, are you thinking just go until you can make it on fuel? Or you think maybe stay out a bit longer?
I'm probably going to split. I'll probably go to like lap 40, 45 or something like that. Otherwise, my tires are going to be completely dead. I already got 15 laps on them. So yeah, I'll probably just try to split it somewhere in there to make it even, but we'll see.
Yep.
All depends on where I'm at, track position wise, how much room I got around me.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, Justin chose, I guess you could say the right side because, you know, look, Phil Brown now is gonna have a better shot than Bucher. I mean, Bucher's been looking good all day, but. Yeah.
Well,
if I'm Bucher, I'm a little bit frustrated with Justin right now.
Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to deal with what happens in front of you, and I figure out front is probably the safest place to be, honestly.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. All right,
yeah,
Tony.
we saw what happened. We saw what happened with Madeline. Did you get through that all right?
Oh yeah, I made it through there. I found a hole.
All right, well, good luck.
Yeah, good luck here.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Yep, and got him moved down. Well, this is where. Oh, boy, I'm nervous, and I'm just sitting up here.
Flanagan's probably a little bit frustrated with little Joe because I told him to pit, and he got lapped. And he's on the lucky dog. He's probably around where he would have been anyway, but probably a little bit frustrated.
I think him wrecking is kind of what kind of hurt that just a little bit. If he wouldn't have wrecked, I think it might have been a pretty good strategy call.
I think staying out would have been the idea. Shouldn't have listened to me, Ethan.
I mean,
Justin did listen to me though, and he's in first, but he's probably not going to stay there just
hey,
because of
but
the
I mean,
speed
hey, I
differential.
mean, if he can somehow find a way to net, one extra position gain because of it, I mean, hey, you got to try it. But here we go. Everyone, hold your breaths, because this is gonna get interesting. But here we go, Catraz.
Yep. I think
Frey.
whoever wins this restart,
Yeah.
this is going to be interesting to see between Bucher and Brown. I think Bucher's going to go for it here.
Yeah, Catraz, Frey, Brown, Bucher, green flag in the air.
Ooh.
Catraz doesn't get going. Frey, I think he may have beat him to the line. That might be a black flag. Bucher gets the advantage over Brown. Here's they go up into turn number 1. Brown's trying to get there. He gets into the back of Bucher. Gets in the back of Frey. They're bouncing off of one another.
And Rogers gets around Brown. That's going to be huge for Bucher.
Yeah, now
But Bucher is about to miss the corner.
Oh,
He's
no.
so bad at the top of the
gosh.
hill.
Now Rogers, he's looking to the inside. Can't quite get there. Oh, huge dive ball by Bucher. He gets to the inside of Frey. So does that 21. He turns it around. They keep it straight somehow. How in the world? And now this
And there's damage on Phil Brown's car.
Yeah, and that stacks everybody up behind them now. But now, if you're Bucher, you've got to get away. You have got to go. Tony Frey, he jumps the curve. And I think everyone's going to figure it out. Now they're going to the grass.
Through.
Big Rick, the 12 back in the front of the pack. Collects 3, 4 more cars. They're still in the
Hartman,
pack.
Van Gore.
Oh my gosh, big damage here. Big damage. 23, he got it back going. No yellow called Van Gore. Bad damage. The 12 has gotten back going. Harmon, he's got it back going. No yellow as now. Oh, what? That got a little crazy there. But Rogers, he's already back on the back of Bucher now.
Orndorff off a bit. Phil Brown, yeah, slow that lap, but I'd like to see how he compares this time around with a clean racetrack.
Yeah, Ordnoff.
I think Bucher's just a little bit better than Rogers.
Yeah, right now Ordnoff all over the back of the 27 here, as we got pretty much about 6 cars all under a blinker.
Just around.
Oh, Rogers goes around. He gets it back going, but here comes a big pack of cars. He's gonna lose. He's gonna fall away just outside of the top 10. Nope, actually, correction, stays in 9th. Oh, but that messes up everyone in front of him. Somehow,
yeah, Orndorff got pretty wide out there.
So, honestly, I think now that kind of hurt.
Oh, Orndorff, he's flying in the wall.
Oh, and that is gonna pretty much ruin his race for the night.
He's done. He's done.
Yeah, he's trying to get it back going. Gotta watch out for these cars coming. Oh, Fassbender almost wipes him out. But we keep going. And, boy, chaos here to start stage number 3.
Well, guess what? That lap time is not suffering due to that damage either. Right now, 0.2 quicker on Bucher.
Yeah, I think
it's going to be interesting.
Go ahead.
It's just going to be interesting to see what happens with the pit stops now,
Yeah.
because we are seeing that there is tire wear. You can probably pull about 7/10, maybe once we're 15 in or so. The window's probably not open for another 5 laps at least. So I think if Phil Brown pits, you don't want to wait too long.
Yeah, no, I think you want to go for the overcut, but you don't want to wait so long. But I mean, they're already out to almost a 6-second advantage over the rest of the field right now. So I mean, they do have that little bit of leeway compared to the rest of the field.
I've seen undercutting work better, typically, on Sonoma. I think if Phil Brown pits, Bucher will have to pit within a lap. But I think if Bucher does get past or is at a point where he's comfortable, he should pit before Phil Brown.
Yeah. So I will say we are now within the window. These guys have the guys who actually. So the guys who No, actually, we're not within the window yet because they pitted on 16, so they are on 21 laps with a couple of yellow, with the yellow in there. So we should see pretty much about time Tony pits. Should be about that time that we'll see kind of whereabouts. Because actually Katraz and Frey, who started on the front row, are actually sitting 8th and 9th after all the chaos there on the restart.
Bill Moore might be getting to Ethan in just a second. Bill Moore nearly slammed in the back of him around turn 7. Oh boy, Richmond going wide, and that's gonna maybe slow down Ethan. Ethan will be able to go for a movement. Backs out again.
Yeah, he's being really
He is
conservative.
not.
Yeah, he is being
Going
really
for any
conservative.
passes tonight.
And now that's going to open up the door for Moore to try to get right on the back bumper to try to make a move. We see them coming through the start-finish straight and all the way up the hill into turn number 1 as Moore
has a good run.
Yeah, we'll see if he tries to make the move here. Can't quite get it done.
A little bit wide.
And I will say that gap between Bucher and Brown is under a second. Brown is there. It is almost down to about a half a second.
Bill Moore is better through this section.
Much better through this section.
Deeper on the brakes as well. And I mean, this is a good little battle that we have here between these 4 cars.
Yep. As let's see here. Trying to see what
check on the leaders, by the way.
They're down within almost
3
a half a
tenths
second.
quicker.
Yeah, it's definitely getting close.
And 3 tenths quicker for Phil Brown over Zach. Moore still having a bit of trouble getting around Ethan.
As right now, we're just watching our leaders right now as Brown. He has ran down the 14, but you don't want to. You kind of don't think about it. But I mean, has the 6-9 been pushing while the 14's been saving? Trying to prepare for a battle with him, so this way maybe he can try to extend it once the 6-9 makes his move. But I mean, that 6-9, he has been strong all night long.
And it's stacking up behind, too. Got Mitchell Conley right behind Bill Moore. Got the lap car, Kevin Biggs. Richmond might have a shot at Tony.
Yeah, Tony looks like he's got some pretty bad front end damage right now for where he got turned in the short chute between 4 and 5.
No, doesn't look like it.
Oh, did it? Oh, it looked. I remember seeing it look pretty bad, but I guess it got fixed.
I'd say the pit window's open now, so if you want to try to pit early as possible, you can pit now.
Yeah, because these guys pitted Frey and Catrez, or Jesus, I am losing it right now.
Carazat, or I don't know. I remember talking to him. It's like Karatzis or Carazats or some.
I'll have to talk to him, but they've been out there since lap 16. So they've been out there for 24 laps. So, yeah, we are right at the window of it being available to come down and receive service to make it to the end of this race.
And I'd look at Phil Brown and Zach Bucher right now.
Yeah, this
Phil
battle
Brown's
has been
still throwing down good laps.
And they will not pit this time. I think, with them being this far out in front, I think they may... It's going to be who makes the first move to head down pit road, I think, is what it's going to come down to. Oh, Morris takes away P3. We just saw it in the background. While watching Bucher. Morris really coming on strong here late in the running here. Picks up P number 3 off of Stewart, which Stewart is one of those guys we really haven't talked a whole lot about tonight. He's, quietly sitting in P4 out of a chaotic race here tonight.
Phil Brown just a little bit sloppy at the end of the last lap and this lap. He's starting to miss his apexes.
Rogers goes off track. He gets it back going. Is actually, as you can see over there on the top left-hand side of the screen there, the gap has re-extended to about 7/10, almost 3/4 of a second. Let's actually go back up there. Let's take a look at that gap. Yep, that gap has definitely started to grow just a little bit. Bucher, I think, has been just slightly more consistent than Brown here
The
in
damage
stage number 3.
doesn't help him either.
Yeah, the damage, with as fragile as these cars are, even though they are made to be a little tougher, they are fragile when it comes to certain contacts. And I would definitely say the contact that Brown took would be, I don't want to say on the severe side, but definitely on the impacting side for this race car. As Joe is, I don't know if you just noticed it, but we do have a couple lap cars, I think, in front of our leaders here.
That time, Brown just 1/10 quicker than Bucher. Yeah, we got a couple lap cars. Van Gore and Darnell, Brosa, I mean, they've all been quite good about getting out of the way, so I don't really expect them
Brown
to
is
factor in
better.
too much.
Brown is better in about the first 3.5, 4 turns, but Bucher is just better, I think, in the second half of the track. I mean, pretty much from right here from 5 all the way down to 11, Bucher has just been better than Brown. But
If you're Bucher, you don't want to catch Van Gore in the S's.
Yeah, and right here, this is the closest Brown has been, I think, since the drop of the green flagging here in stage number 3. And I think Bucher might get in luck. He might catch this lap car right here in 10, which also isn't really a great place. Looks like he may catch him in a great spot, and the gap has grown, but now let's see what happens here. Smoke there in 11. Don't see anything, as we're now coming to 23 laps to go.
All right, well, we have our first taker, and it's going to be Flanagan.
Yep, Flanagan.
He's going to pit this time by.
Yeah,
and the 13 is going to pit as well. So the Mirage drivers are pitting right now from 8th and from 12th.
So we will now see, does that start to bring in other drivers? You know,
Richmond is going to be in. Wait, nope, never mind.
Okay. As there's the other lap car getting clean out of the way for our 2 leaders. As
black flag for Ethan speeding in the pits.
Speeding, and that is going to effectively
15-second hold. That's it.
That's it. I thought it was 40.
Good. They changed it because speeding penalties were overkill before.
But here we go as we come down through the S's, and once again, that 14 car really surging in the second half of the lap. And we see what happens here. Do we have any takers here? No, they continue to stay out. So
I think if you pitted, like, at the caution flag, I think it would be a bit too early.
Yeah.
Because, we went back to green at about lap 33. We've only run about 10 laps. If you can put it to 50, you can pretty much split it.
Yeah.
Undercut-wise, maybe you put it in a lap or 2 sooner. Oh, man, Ethan is still on pit lane.
I don't know how many positions he can lose from his current position. But I believe Brown...
Finally let go. Finally out.
Brown finally... Brown looked like he had a mistake there. Really dives it into 5, trying to get as much time. But he actually wheel hops there a little bit here. And now that's actually going to help extend this lead for Bucher here. As now he starts to gain himself a little bit of breathing room where maybe he can try to cool these tires off and prepare for another attack here from the 69.
I'm really wondering what the damage would be. I mean, it's probably 15 to 30 seconds of damage for the 69. And if I'm Phil Brown, I mean, Bucher is quicker now due to that damage, I think. Because, oh man, he's pushing hard right now.
It's actually, I believe we got side-by-side battling. No, we don't.
He's really beat his stuff up, and I'm wondering with Phil Brown, he might want to consider undercutting Zach. I mean, put it this way: you're fighting for the win right now. You are faster than everybody else. You have 13 seconds on Ed Morris. He's not going to catch you guys.
23 on pit road. This is scheduled.
Yep. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking if Phil Brown is slow again this time around,
Wow.
I'm honestly thinking that
Wow.
he's gonna need to pit next time
Yeah,
by.
he has lost. He has lost over a second from this exact point from where we was one lap ago. So something I'm wondering if exactly like I said. Did Tony Frey on pit road? So we're starting to see cars hit pit road, but like I had mentioned earlier, could Zach have been saving knowing that Brown was going to push here to try to get the lead back? Was he trying to save his stuff so that way when Brown has to concede, for the sake of the tires, he could push? And I think that's what we might be starting to see here, as this might get a little interesting here. As Tony Frey, nope, never mind. He got out just. He got out.
That time by, Zach is another half a second quicker. Now, luckily for him, they passed the lap cars that are coming out. Cedric Brosso is the next one. He'll probably catch him around
Tony Frey
the
just
hairpin
wrecked.
area.
And he keeps going, just looped it, but continues going. Richmond on pit road. So, guys are starting to make that move here. We just wonder, when will our leader finally decide he has had enough? These last 5 laps, Bucher has just been that much faster, as you can see right here on our screens. It started off, Brown was about a tenth quicker, then they were about even, and then Bucher was about just almost a tenth quicker, and then it has been tremendously different. But now Brown, he has started to re-show some muscle here. He's almost gained a second.
Held up
but he
by Cedric, too.
Yeah, he gets held up there by Cedric there. That is not good. As they come across the line, we'll see what happens this time.
I mean, Bucher, he was going to be faster than Bucher that time around.
Flanagan wrecks.
And Bucher, ooh, not good. But yeah, Bucher was a full second slower than Phil Brown that time.
I mean, could be just managing the gap, or maybe
yeah, but you don't want to manage the gap by
much.
losing a second.
Yeah, so I would hope it was just because the 30 car may have been making it a little difficult to get around. But Brown looks like he has restarted the push here. As I mean, this car, I mean, what 3 laps ago, it looked like Bucher might be able to start running away with it. Now Brown all of a sudden has got this car back to life and is really starting to push now. And you can kind of hear it in the background, from where our camera sits as we're watching these guys. You can hear a lot of race cars, so there's a lot of lap cars coming up. And I almost wonder, too, if you're Bucher and Brown, do you want to pit to not have to deal with driving through that pack?
I mean, there's no one really ahead of them for a bit.
Okay, so am I just hearing phantom engines?
Justin just came into the second hill.
Okay.
Bucher's into the first hill.
Yeah.
And then the next person ahead is Flanagan, and he's already in the S's. So,
so
there's only one car ahead of him.
Okay. And by the way, that time by Brown was just a tenth quicker, as Vanguard looks like he went around, and I see the meatball flag for him. We will take a look here and see what happened to the driver of the 83, as it looks like he went down the service road. See if we can back this up here and see what happened.
So these guys are slower than what they're capable of. Now, I think the undercut by 1 lap, it's probably going to benefit whoever pits first. You don't want to go too far more, or it's Vanguard. Vanguard is just...
Yeah, Vanguard.
Yep.
Vanguard's just had a bad night tonight, and
now, Phil Brown living dangerous with that pit wall.
Yeah, I've noticed that the last couple laps he has definitely been extremely close to it, and we'll see what happens this time by Bucher, almost 3/10 quicker that lap. So they are trading who's faster each lap, and it's
if I'm Phil Brown, you gotta pit, man, because and it's like Bucher too. Like Bucher, he's at that kind of point where you got to keep this in mind too, right? Let's look at the lap times on fresh tires.
Yeah, they
Like,
what they're almost 2 seconds, about a second slower.
it takes him a lap or two to get warm. Bucher hit his best lap on 36. When did Phil hit his best lap? Phil hit his best lap on 37, but he was already in the 14s. And Phil Brown, I think, is quicker on new tires.
Yeah. So I mean, I think if we see anything, we will see Brown hit pit road before.
They're not coming.
Yeah. I mean, we're almost halfway through the stage. Brown really sends it into 11, trying to get back to Bucher. Can't quite get there, but he does gain what looks to be a couple of tenths there. We'll see what it looks like on the timing charts this time by.
Bucher's slower. I think Bucher, it might be in his best interest to come soon. I mean, we might see them pit on both the same lap.
Davey on pit road.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this too. All day, Bucher has been a little bit better on the pit road.
Yeah. Well, having that number one pit stall does do that. So, I mean, if I'm with Brown, I mean, you can't go with Bucher because you're not going to win that race off pit road. Ford's on pit road, Moore on pit road, Simon on pit road, Ornoff on pit road. All of them all hit pit road together from what it looks like.
Lap car coming up. In my opinion, if I'm Bucher, I'm coming now with that lap car ahead.
Yeah, that is, I believe that is Catraz in the 13 that I'm seeing here in front of them.
If I'm Bucher, I'm coming in right now. Or if I'm Brown, I'm doing the same thing.
Yep, here comes Bucher.
Here comes Bucher.
Brown, do you remember the code is all the way around the corner here? They're trying to gain as much as they can. Brown gained a lot of time. Oh, here we go. This is going to be close coming out of pit road here. It's going to depend on who can get in the box. Hopefully you don't get caught speeding here because this is a slow pit road.
Yes, it is. And got to stay on the outside line.
And that brings the rest of the guys down pit road. The only one that isn't on pit road yet is Rogers, but I don't even think he's quite there yet. Both guys get into the box. I think Brown was just actually, no. Bucher just gets...
No tires for Zach. No tires for Zach. Zach is out. He is going fuel only. 4 tires for Phil Brown. And that's going to be interesting to see with the time. I think Phil Brown's going to be quicker than Zach. We'll see what the gap is when they're out of pit lane.
Unless Bucher purposely was saving his tires for a 15-lap sprint. I mean, it's a 7-second gap. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're really stacking the cards against you here by doing that. I mean, at least take 2, do something, give yourself at least a little bit of fresh rubber. But you know how it is, Joe. When you're in the car, your mind goes a bunch of different places. Philip Brown crashes.
That's the one problem with new tires is they're cold. You can't push them right away. And that one is really going to help Zach because when you spin on these tires, oh, man, he did a burnout with them too, spinning around.
So now, could Zach have just made the winning move here to potentially cause... I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but it's almost like Zach kind of forced Brown into making a mistake like that. By, getting out and forcing Brown to try to get those tires going. Here's something I didn't think about. Rogers might be trying to stretch it the rest of the way.
Not possible.
He pitted on 31. I mean,
Not
it's 30.
possible.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah. If it's right at 30, if it's right at 28 laps, then yeah.
Just trying to lead some laps, get some extra bonus points.
Yeah.
Maybe try to do the overcut a bit.
Yeah. But, and honestly, I was thinking maybe Zach would try to conserve a little bit. That car looks like it is on rails right now for not putting any tires on.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Phil Brown, if he just had waited just a lap to push, maybe he wasn't pushing and just made a mistake. But you can't push on cold tires. You cannot push on cold tires.
Based off how that wreck occurred, I think Brown may have been trying to keep that gap as close as possible just because he saw the 14 drive away so quickly. I mean, it's not you know, I mean, I get it. I've been there. I know how that feels to watch somebody that you're racing against that closely do that in your mind as just a race car driver. You're like, crap, I've got to go catch him. And
Okay, so he ran a 116, and I know Phil Brown is capable of doing 14s.
yeah, we will actually keep those lap times up for everyone right there.
But with the wear on that tire, on the tires that Phil Brown has, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. He'd still put down a 15-1. Now, if they stay only a second separated, I mean, Zach's going to win the race.
Yeah, so, and you know, honestly, and I kid you not, that's what I was focused on last night doing against you, is I just could not lose a second a lap to you, and I got to hang on to P3. So I guarantee you that's exactly what Zach is probably looking at to do right here, is just try to maintain it just where you just don't lose more than a second a lap. So we will see what happens here as
I feel like there is a plateau with the wear.
So it's not. It's with these cars at a road course, it is definitely possible. As Rogers continuing to stay out. So I'm trying to think. I mean, we're on lap 50. So he's already been out there. Rogers has been out there since what is this now? Completed lap 53. He's been out there for 24 laps. And we're waiting on the official time to come in here for Brown to see what the gain or loss
14.5. Ooh boy.
But it stays
15.4.
It stays just under a second. So right now it's still advantage Bucher at the moment. But now the problem
I'll tell you right now.
Bucher and them are catching
that spin though.
It's gonna hurt.
If he loses, it's because of that spin.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I don't think Bucher wins with this strategy if he does not spin. But maybe that's why he did it, just to be like, deal with the cold tires.
Yeah, I mean, heck, I've done it. You don't like to do it, but in a situation like this, and you know, Bucher, who has really struggled to start the season, he needed something here to kind of get it, kind of get things back together. I mean, why not try to make a move like this? Try to get the win. I mean, you've got a top 3 kind of secured.
And I'll tell you the other thing with Bucher is that he was slower than Phil Brown on most restarts. Mm-hmm. The restart that we had coming at the end of stage 2, it benefited Bucher. He got out to a lead and was able to kind of just control it. Maybe there was a bit of aero push as well. It made it a little bit harder for him to do what he wanted.
Not to interrupt you, but things are getting interesting for Rogers right here as lap cars are all over the place right now. As just small update, it was just a tick over a second. Not very much over a second was the gain that lap. But still, it's almost kind of getting to the point now. You kind of need to start taking about 1.2 to 1.3 chunks out per lap now to get there.
If I'm Zach Bucher, I'm just screaming in my mind, Pit, get out of the way, Greg. Because Greg is quick, but...
I'm telling you right now, Greg is going to try and stretch it. I mean, I don't think he's going to make it.
He's not going to stretch it. He's not going to.
Yeah. He's not going to make it. Oh, well, no, he's going to wreck. He's going to wreck.
Well, that's the best thing that could have happened to Zach Bucher.
And now...
Get him out of the way.
Now you got to just breathe. Just breathe a little bit.
Oh, Greg's rough on that side, too. Does he have any wheel damage?
Probably,
oh, yeah, big wheel damage.
Yeah, probably. And now, I mean, the gap is at 11 and a half. And,
Bucher ran a 15.9. He ran a 14.8, so...
I mean, it's staying right at about a second. But, I mean, that's just not enough. He needs more. He's
going to get past Frey. Rogers is probably going to pit, so there's 2 guys in between them. One car just spun in front of Zach. That's Biggs, and Biggs might come back on the track just to bother Phil Brown, which it looks like he will. So, yeah, Biggs is going to be in front of Phil Brown. And there's only 2 cars really that Bucher has to get rid of. After that, there's not really anyone
Yeah,
until turn 1.
Yeah, he's kind of got a good gap here. We're actually going to show the track map again here. Right there. Yeah, once he gets past the 17 and the 93, it's a fairly big margin the rest of the way. He may not deal with any more lap cars, so you know in his mind, he is probably wanting to get past these guys as soon as possible.
9/10 out of Bucher that time.
That's just not enough.
Um,
He needs more. He's got to find more.
Yeah.
Rogers off the track again, having more issues. He has lost significant amount of time these last 2 laps.
9 to go. Looking at how it's going to be. He's going to be about 2 seconds off.
Yeah, he needs just a little more. And I just don't know if he's got it in the car right now. Just from having that spin already, you don't want to do too much. And
Phil Brown easily gets around Biggs. Rogers still out there.
Yep. And I will say, somebody who has clawed and fought his way back after an earlier incident, the 84 was involved in the Stage 2 restart wreck. He has found himself in P10, trying to hang on and, scrap away a good points day. As right now, Zach Bucher brings us down to 8 laps to go. And now Brown, it doesn't look like as much has been pulled compared to last time.
He ran the same lap he did last time, but Bucher found 2/10. Faster than what I thought he'd be on those old tires. Still having trouble catching the guys ahead, though.
Yeah. And actually, yeah, right there, it was only a half a second gain for Brown. So that was not enough, as it looked like Zach, he found a little bit of pace that lap with running a 15.7. But right now, Zach has got to get around...
Be back in 30 seconds.
Yep. And we, as we continue on here, right now, Bucher trying the absolute best he can right here, dealing with Parker, who's just in the way right now. This is not good. Not good for Bucher. He can't get around the 17. He gets by him. Now we'll see how he can get around. I believe this is the 83 of Vanguard. Nope, that's the 93 of Richmond. The gap is only 0.4. So right now, Bucher is, even though dealing with what he is dealing with right now, is maintaining the lead with 7, now almost 6.5 laps to go. And I think we may have this set. And now the interesting part is going to be Rogers is not in the clear, because if he has to make a pit stop from here, he may fall all the way to a lap down. And that is really going to open the door back here. I believe this is Ed Morris, and Stewart and Davey and Forns. Forns is just a little further back off of Davey. But, I mean, they're all within about 10 seconds of Morris. So that will make things very interesting. But right now, Zach is kind of in no man's land and has clean track in front of him, but it looks like Brown is starting to really run that gap back down just a little bit here. We'll see what it looks like this time by, but with 6 laps to go.
16-2 that time by.
Yeah, a little bit slow, but remember he was trying to pass the 17, and then
14-9.
48.
Ooh, crash.
42 crash. Let's see if we can see what happened here.
Just spun on his own.
Yep, and I believe it's gonna be down into turn number 4. Yep, exactly what Phil Brown did. Flanagan also crashing.
He didn't crash. He just slowed up.
Okay. Yeah, probably was. Yep, right there behind.
Uh-oh. Just heard Phil say sorry. He just may have scared Mitch a little bit.
Yeah, well, right there, Brown took out 1.2 seconds. He needs about 2 to 3 more laps of that big of a gain. But I mean, I'm almost wondering if I'm Bucher, do you kind of back it down, conserve at least a little bit of the tires, or do you just give it everything you got now?
Don't crash.
Yeah, that's the hard part is you don't want to crash, and that's also the thing about if you went into conserve mode. What happens when you gotta get back on it? Can you get back on it and not kill the tires? And I will say,
Okay, so that was a bad lap from Phil Brown because he had to deal with some crap,
yep,
but he was still fast.
he was still faster, but not by as much. And I will say right now, Rogers, he will have to pit either this lap or next lap. There should be no reason he goes
Richmond
much
just
longer.
slowed Brown down a ton.
Well, now Bucher has caught the back end of, I believe this is the 9, and has now also caught Flanagan as well.
And I'm telling you, like, if a car is holding me up, if I'm Bucher,
They
I'll
are
take
getting
the
the
5-point penalty.
Yep. You get the win. You don't care about the 5-point penalty. As someone who missed the playoffs in the Truck Series last year because of an early penalty, yeah, if you're not getting the win, I understand. But, I mean, if you got a chance to win the race, yeah, you take your 5-point penalty. And Flanagan gets clean out of the way for Bucher. As, actually, I think the battle for 6th right now is really heating up. Florence, I think, had an issue. And Davey will pull away. A little bit better of a lap, about 0.3 quicker there for Bucher compared to his previous lap. We'll see. And he was a half a second quicker than Brown. So right now, Bucher...
What's held up by a bunch?
Yep. Bucher right now is he just needs to maintain, run good, solid laps here, and I believe he will come away with this victory here tonight. But it is not over yet. 3.5 laps to go. Anything can still happen. We've seen craziness for a road course race. We have seen a lot of craziness tonight. So, and Brown gets held up again.
Not as much as he could have been, though.
Yeah, luckily they got out of the way, but it was just enough. And man, you just feel for Brown, who, I mean, I hate to almost say it like this, kind of almost had this race kind of given to him to just lose it in the fashion that he did. I mean, that does hurt, especially when you go back and rewatch the tape, to think about what all happened in this race. That's going to come back to hurt him, but he will still walk away with a handful of points. And I mean, with he is sitting. Where is he at in these points?
I think it's over pretty much unless someone messes up.
Yeah. Brown is. Well, you see, Zach is 21st in points, so this will definitely help him. I do not even see Brown on here for points. Am I just blind? Yes, I am. Well, oh yeah, Philip Brown. He is sitting in 33rd place right now in points. He will actually double his point total after tonight. Actually, he will actually probably get a lot more than that with winning both stages. But yeah, right now it is Zach Bucher's race. 2 to go. Boy. Now everyone just kind of holds their breath as Flanagan looks like he had some additional trouble.
And Phil doesn't have the speed at this point. So it's just run your stuff, don't wreck the car.
Yep. Bring home that car now in one piece. Oh, wow, he actually did. He actually had this issue right in front of Rogers. I think he was just trying to get out of the way. Then he looped it after that point. But yeah, you're gonna walk away with a handful of points. You're gonna probably not move up that far in the points, but you'll move up quite significantly. Almost maxing out points with probably all the bonus points you could possibly have. Because, I mean, I'm sure he probably led the most laps. Well, actually, no, I think Bucher might actually had the most laps led. Because he's pretty much led the entire third stage. So, it's going to be interesting to see how...
Probably.
Yeah.
I bet he probably did.
Yeah. But here we go, coming out of turn number 11. The white flag is in the air for Zach Bucher trying to end... I'm going to say his drought because he was telling me earlier it's been a tough start to the season for this 14. You know, of course, having the trouble at Atlanta, you know, having the throttle get stuck, causing a wreck. It was actually a pretty big wreck. And just not feeling like he had the confidence coming into tonight to have, you know, the opportunity to run up front. He was hoping just for a top 5 tonight. Well, he qualified.
And he's going to be locked in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, he qualified on the pole, was really fast in practice. You know, he has shown that he was, I think from the drop of the green flag, he showed that he had a race-winning car. He just didn't have the opportunity to ever get in front of the 69 and maintain it. Tonight, especially here in this third stage, some things went his way. Got around the wrecking Tony Frey early in the stage and set sail from there. Held off Brown's incredible mid-stage push. But now, coming out of turn number 11, that 14 car is going back to victory lane. Zach Bucher is going to hang on and win here at Sonoma.
Good run from him, beating one of the best that we got in the league for road courses. I'll tell you what, this guy, he's been good in the playoffs the last few years. It's going to definitely help him, just coming in the playoffs to have this win and
by
put
the
himself
way,
in a good position for later this year.
Look who didn't pit. Rogers makes it the entire third stage without pitting.
Well, that's a surprise, honestly.
Morris comes home P4. Stewart comes home P5. Davey 6th. 4 and 7th. Catraz is trying to bring it home P8.
A good run for him. He gained a lot of spots. Driver of the day by far.
Yeah, he will actually, yes, he actually just barely hangs on to it, but he looks like he'll get the bonus point for most positions gained. He won that out by 2 spots over Conley, but that is 17 spots gained for Catraz, as that is a very big, couple bonus points to add to his total. As Bucher right now, burning it down. As it looks like
that was a fun race.
Yeah, it
fun
was.
road course race.
Yeah,
nice to see that no one really ran away too bad until the end.
Yeah, it's almost like I wonder what happens if we actually finally started to put stages in the truck series. Yeah, Zach, I'm calling you out. Put stages in the truck series. Make it where Joe Burchett can't run away with it the entire time.
Yeah, we don't need stages, though. We don't need those stages. But good run. Hope we can do it again with you sometime with the commentary. It was fun.
Absolutely. And the guys, that is...
All right, good luck at your interviews.
Yes, sir. And that is Joe Roberts, driver, the 18 in our truck series. As he will step on out of here as we are now waiting for our interviews to show up. Once Zach finally decides to join here so I can yell at him. Oh, there he is.
All right. Have fun.
All right,
good job, Zach. I'm heading out.
Thank you.
Well, buddy, you told me earlier today you didn't feel confident. You like to be a liar to me.
Hey, we got some really good road course guys in here. We got Phil, Greg, and I know Paul was pretty good too. There's a lot of good guys in here. Like, the field is just getting better and better. So I wasn't sure. I kind of was bad last year here on the long run. So that's kind of what I put a lot of my work into.
Well, and we did see that, we really talked about it in, really stage 2. It looked like, you maybe had saved a little bit at the start of stage 2, and then he just kind of got by you, but it looked like you had done enough to at least make it competitive at the end of stage 2. But then stage 3, you know, the chaos that happened at the start of stage 3, you kind of pulled away. He kind of ran you back down, but it just looked like you just had enough just to stay in front of him. I mean, stage 3, I think was, you know, I don't know what, you know, fully happened there at the restart there in the short shoot there, but I mean, I think that's honestly what kind of sets you up. But I do have one question.
Yeah.
Why no tires?
I was pretty stable at a 115 pace, and I knew with the amount of fuel I was going to take, I'd have enough of a gap to where I didn't have to take them. I knew I'd be able to hold them off with the pace I was running on the long run. So that's kind of why, like, you would. Last season here, I went out there and was putting like real low 14s down for the first 5 or 6 laps, and then I would fall off hard.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I kind of just kept myself at a 115 pace. I'm going to stay there like a low 115 and just run that the whole time. I don't care what anyone else is doing, and it ended up working out for me this year.
Well, buddy, I mean, you know, big win here tonight. You know, I mean, you know, you locked yourself in the playoffs. You know, you weren't sitting pretty in the points, but now it don't matter. You got that win. You know, something that I'm still struggling with and still waiting for you to just give me the win on Tuesday nights. But, you know, you got it. You know, man, go ahead and give your shout-outs and everything, man.
Shout out my whole team: Chase, Connor, Conley, my crew chief Gibb. Without him, I wouldn't be here tonight. It was actually his call, really, with the no tires, because he was watching my laps and was like, dude, you don't need to take them. So, huge shout out to all those guys. Shout out to the league for everything they do. All the other admins. You guys broadcasting every week. And all the other competitors, Phil especially and Greg. Those guys are awesome to race with.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, hey, enjoy the win, and I guess we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. I don't know where y'all go.
I'm not 100% either. I've been focused on this one.
I don't know if y'all are following us to Kentucky. Yep, nope. Next week or in 2 weeks, y'all. I guess we're still following the Cup Series because everyone is going to Kentucky. So yeah, we'll see you in a couple weeks' time at Kentucky. All right.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty, and that was our race winner, Zach. Finish 14 car. I hope Phil is still out here. He is not. Let's back it up to where he is because I definitely want to have his car on screen because it is one of my favorite cars. There it is. And actually, let's back it up so he's the only car on screen because this car deserves that. Okay, that's good enough. All right. Well, now let's bring in one of my absolute favorite paint schemes of all time. As, of course, as soon as I do that, it kicks it off of you. Phil Brown. Or Philip Brown, buddy. Welcome. Man, had a chance tonight, man. And, I mean, you were going to walk away with max amount of points you can possibly have. Just a tough way to lose it in stage 3, man. Just, I guess just overall, just talk about your night, man.
You know, it happens. Just biffed it going into that Toyota turn. A little bit too much speed on cold tires. Should have braked a little earlier. Probably wouldn't have spun. And I think I probably would have caught Zach if I didn't do that. But that's how it goes.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was really chaotic on the 2 restarts we had tonight. Y'all really didn't get too much of the stage 2 one, but the stage 3 restart, man, y'all was right in the middle of it all.
Oh, yeah. I was pushing Zach through those first couple corners, and I think he was pushing Tony through those first couple corners, too. And then it just, everybody all came together at once, got a little damage, but it's all good.
Yeah. Well, man, we go to Kentucky in 2 weeks. I mean, I don't expect you to change up the Major Melon to run a Looney Tunes in 2 weeks' time, but, you know, how are you, how do you think you're going to do in a couple weeks at Kentucky?
Not great. I'm definitely not a left turner. Right turns are kind of what I do. So look for me probably 15th to 25th. That's probably where I'll end up.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, hey, go ahead and give your shout outs, man. I mean, yeah, 2nd place, but almost 1 point shy of walking away with max points tonight.
Yeah, big shout out to my team, SVR. Shout out to Greg Rogers, especially. I think he finished third right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great teammate. Uh, Shout out to all the boys watching, Sucky, Leaf, TK Mecro, Confuzly maybe. Shout out to you guys for broadcasting.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, congrats on the second, and we'll see you in a couple weeks' time at Kentucky.
Hey man, thank you. Have a good night.
You as well. And that was, of course, one of my all-time favorite paint schemes because it's the Major Melon. And now we're going to bring in the guy that I have an interesting question for, and that is going to be Greg Rogers coming home in P3. Greg, how much fuel did you have crossing the line?
I had half a lap of fuel left.
I believe
and it was a combination of clutching in, going up to turn one, and then short shifting pretty much the entire track. So it wasn't fun. Definitely didn't have pace. I thought I might be able to keep pace with Zach and battle him for a win if I hadn't biffed it into the hairpin wall, but it didn't happen. So yeah, I definitely don't love fuel saving.
Well, I mean, man, hey, I mean, you were pretty much in P3, pretty much all night tonight. Stage one, you kind of kept it a little close with Zach and then just kind of fell off there at the end. And then stage two, you were really kind of there. But then I know at the start of stage two, you really had to, you watched a lot of chaos happen in your mirror. And then stage three was just absolute chaos in your windshield there. I mean, I know, that's going to be one of the big talking points probably coming out of tonight was the 2 restarts tonight. I mean, it was a golden opportunity, and, especially you getting up into second and y'all starting to gap Brown. I mean, kind of talk about how that felt there, because, I mean, I know how I would feel in that position, but, I mean, what was kind of going through your head at that moment?
Yeah, the restarts were a lot of fun. They were stressful, but they were fun. And then battling with Zach and Phil was even more fun. I was in stage one, I was kind of assuming that I wouldn't pass them for the stage win, and I was taking the liberty to find some new lines or try out different breaking points and things like that. So I lost a few seconds here and there. I wasn't worried about, but yeah, stage 2 was much closer, and then the start of stage 3, just with the people that had flipped the stage, I was able to get by Phil just by the way the columns worked, and then I think I just got a little too wide-eyed going into turn 4, and I knocked into Tony. So yeah, it was clumsy driving by me. I feel bad about it, but I talked to him about it. He owes me one. But yeah, it's tough because then when you're at the front there, it's especially at a track like Sonoma, it's very few passing opportunities when the setups are all the same.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're going for it, and it's part of what makes it fun. But it was really, really excellent racing between Phil, Zach, and I. Yeah, just with the strategies and stuff, it all kind of flipped on its head. But overall, it was a really fun race.
Yeah, well, all right, buddy. Well, hey, go ahead and give your shout-outs for the night, man, on a big-time P3.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Zach and Phil it was really fun watching them race. They're both uber talented. And shout out to the entire SVR team and you guys in the broadcast booth.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, hey, congratulations on the P3. And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time whenever we head on over to Kentucky.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Yes, sir. And that was the Greg Rogers. Don't have Chapman here to kind of give final thoughts for the night. I mean, for a road course race, I actually had a lot of fun tonight. We really got to see, some, restarts, which, I'm always going to pick at Zach and Sean Pointer, who actually was not here tonight, about letting the trucks finally get the opportunity to have some stages at road courses. Because, I mean, that made a lot of fun there back on at lap 30 when we had the big one happen right there in the short chute. I think that is really what kind of set up this race. It really allowed Bucher there to really kind of set sail. But we'll run through these really quickly. Of course, our winner tonight, Zach Bucher, brings it home a winner. Philip Brown second, Greg Rogers third. Ed Morris Jr. Really kind of quiet tonight, but will take home P number 4. Scott Stewart Jr. comes home P5. Davey Hendricks comes home P6. Matt Forn 7th. Justin Catraz 8th. Bill Moore 9th after wrecking a big wreck at the end of stage number 2. David Dakota Ordenoff comes home P10. Brandon Parks P11. Matthew Richmond 12th. Mitchell Conley 13th. Tony Frey 14th. Cedric Brousseau comes home P15. Ethan Flanagan comes home in 16th. Connor Darnell comes home P17. Kevin Biggs comes home at P18. And it is not wanting to work. That is because I hit the wrong thing. P19, John Fassbender Sr. Tim Harmon comes home P20. Mike Simon comes home P21. Josh Vanguard comes home P22. Joey Maines comes home P23. Paul Chisholmut, 24th. Jeff Medlin comes home P25. Chase Harden comes home P26. Those are all the guys that got involved at the Stage 2 wreck. Edward Morris Sr. comes home P27th. Isaac Wilson, 28th. He had issues early on in the race. Danny Rogers, I think he had a connection issue at the beginning of the race. And Allen comes home P30. He didn't believe he just started the race. Well, guys, I want to thank each and everybody for tuning in tonight. Of course, I will gladly take all suggestions and criticism in the comments. I do believe the comments are back working again after Atlanta. So if you have any comments or anything, please put them out there. I do go back and I read each and every last one of them, just so that way I can make this product better for y'all. We are, of course, with Thanksgiving next week. We are going to be off next week, and we will be returning, at least for the Cup Series, next Wednesday. I believe we will officially be in December. Yes, December the 3rd. We will be at Kentucky, and of course, that broadcast will go live at 8:25 Eastern, as we will get the Looney Tunes show on. And I can tell you something, from a guy that had a really cool Looney Tunes scheme on the next gen car, I cannot wait to see what we do then. This is Derek Pemberton signing off. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's night. Have a happy Thanksgiving for the ones who